Good morning, students. I am your new geography teacher, El Mitra. We already finished 3 chapters of geography. This is the last chapter for your first term examination, that is the art structure. This is very vital chapter regarding the geophysicist and geologist because they want to know all the things what is happening in the interior of the part, its properties and its composition. Due to this, some of the scientists they try to reach interior of the part. First attempt made by US scientists, and they gave the project name Project Mahole. Somehow this project was totally failed, but after some years Russia also tried to get the information in the interior part of the earth. In 1989, the Russian scientists, after the dealing of their 19 years, they only discovered 12 kilometers in the earth. Somehow their program was failed due to their instrumental failure. So why? So how we can know this chapter or the interior part of this earth? Firstly, some physical properties which can help us to explore the interior part of the earth and the change in temperature in the interior part of the earth. Firstly, we have to know that we already invented or discovered the lithosphere, hydrosphere as well as the atmosphere. But the interior part of the earth, it is totally unknown to us. But there are some prediction or assumption by which we can do it properly. Some indirect evidences such as the physical properties of the earth and change in temperature. Here in this chapter we want to discuss 3 such properties which actually help us to know the interior part of the earth. First one is temperature, second one is pressure and third one is density. So let's first discuss about the temperature. How temperature help us to know the interior part of the earth. Perhaps you know that the temperature increases in the depth of the interior part of the earth. If one person want to go from surface to the interior part of the earth, the temperature will increases at the rate of 1 degree centigrade per 32 meter. So this drastic change happens in the interior part of the earth. Due to this, in core, in mantle, this all the material became liquid or semi-liquid in nature. In this manner, if you take a data from this that 48 kilometer the temperature is 1200 degree centigrade, 400 kilometer temperature reaches to 1500 degree centigrade and 5100 kilometer temperature reaches 4300 degree centigrade. So this much of temperature only happen in the interior part of the earth. Next come to the pressure. If you want to discuss about the pressure, so we can easily say the pressure exerted by the weight of the lithosphere inside the earth has been also determined or determine the composition of the structure of the earth. 2500 kilometer, about 1 million atmosphere, and at the core it is about 3.5 million atmosphere. Next come to the density. The average density of the earth's surface, you can say, that is the 5.5. The then come to the surface layer, the consist, you can say, the two types of material, that is called shale and shima, and its density is 2.7. In the core, which is composed with the nife, that density is 16. Now come to structure of the earth. We already discussed that there are three layers of the earth. First one is crust, second one is mantle, and third one is the core. So here you can see that the crust area is consist of shale and shima. So shale and shima, you can say, this is in solid in nature, and shale means silica and aluminum, and shima means silica and magnesium. The thickness of this crust area varies from 6 to 48 kilometer. And next come to the mantle. This mantle area consists of Crifeshima and Nifeshima. You can see here that the Crifeshima means chromium, ferrous, silica and magnesium, and Nifeshima means nickel, ferrous, silica and magnesium. The density of this area, you can say, that is the 3.3. The thickness of this area, you can see, from the crust to the upper mantle, it is 2900 kilometers. Next come to the core. Core is consist of, you can say, nife. So Ni means nickel and ferrous and ferrous. You can see here the thickness of this core area 2900 kilometer to 6378 kilometer. The highest density you can find here, you can see the density of the core area 14.4 to 16, and temperature reaches, you can see, above 4000 degree centigrade. In this diagram, easily you can see this layer, this mountain and the ocean, this layer is called the crust area. There are some continental and the oceanic crust. After that, you can see here shale and shima. Then you can find the mantle area, that is the outer, divide into outer core and inner core. Secondly, this also subdivided into shale and shima, upper mantle, lower mantle, inner core and outer core. If these are three, so you can see there are some discontinuity between these layers. Firstly, we have to know what is discontinuity. Discontinuity is an imaginary line which can differ two lines or the two layers. You can say here the discontinuity between the line, discontinuity between the upper and the lower caste is called the corner discontinuity, and here you can see the lower caste and the upper caste. The discontinuity name is Mohorovičić. This is the one of the scientists. According to this layer, name is also Mohorovičić line. Then come to the upper and the lower mantle, that is a repetitive discontinuity, and after that the Gutenberg discontinuity, which can be found between the lower mantle and the outer core, and the last one is the Lehmann discontinuity between the outer and inner core. This is all about